Hey, what's up guys, Jacob Ettinger here. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that has recently come back to life in the music video world. So if you guys have been tapped in, if you guys have been watching a bunch of music videos the last 2 years, 3 years even, you might have noticed that there is a VHS or camcorder look in between these high quality shots. And that is the resurgence of having camcorder footage in music videos. Even my work is no stranger to camcorder footage. I have been putting camcorder footage in between my cinema camera shots to add just a different feeling and vintage vibe to the entire video. I use a Samsung digital camcorder from maybe 2007. I've had it since I was a kid, and honestly, it still works, so why not try to use it? So this is the camcorder that I use, which is a Samsung digital camcorder from roughly 2007 or 2008. I've had this since I was a child, and honestly, I have no idea when exactly we bought it, but I did look up the model, and I'll put it on screen here because I don't know the exact name off by heart, but it has been with me for quite some time. One really dope thing I like about this camera is that it flips out, swivel screen, back and front. So if you want to do a selfie, you can definitely do a selfie. You want to switch it back around to film, different angles, top down. Quickly guys, I'm gonna show you some of my camcorder footage I've captured over the last couple years, just random shots that I think were dope. Now, typically for my shots, I will normally just use the optical zoom in and out and do a couple pans. I find it works best when you're not overdoing it. Primarily, I've used camcorder shots in hip hop and rap music videos. I find it works really best when you are doing lots of zooms and quick pans and just whipping it around and just doing things fast. It really kind of adds to that old school vibe. A lot of the times you'll see music videos that people are using 120 frames, 60 frames per second shots to get their B-roll. But I actually been liking this camcorder footage. Now it doesn't shoot slow-mo, it shoots 30 frames or 24 frames. And you can get some nice shots just by, you know, doing some zooms and some quick pans. So yeah, I do like this camera because it does last quite some time. It has 180 minutes that it says it will last for. Now, I've actually had this camera last the entire day before during a music video shoot. I usually do short bursts when I do want to make a clip on this camera. I'll typically shoot anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. If I do longer than that, then of course you are risking the battery life of this camera. It's also old, so the battery's been in here for quite some time, so even that 180 minutes is probably over exaggerated. But most camcorders also aren't good on battery life unless you're buying a later down the line camcorder. Now I typically keep this camera on auto. I don't normally touch the manual settings too much because it is a little bit hard to change the settings on the fly on this camera. The menu system is good, but it's not great either. And I noticed that sometimes the manual just isn't up to par. The camera lens is optically amazing, but it's not the best in all scenarios. Low light, not amazing. So I like to keep it on auto, and even if it gets a little bit grainy or the footage looks kind of weird, that adds to the retro vibe. So quickly, I want to go over some pros and cons that may or may not also apply to other camcorders that are on the market that are about the same age as this one here. So first things first, this is small and compact. I can pretty much take this anywhere. I can take this on a trip. I can take this and put it in my pocket, a side bag, anywhere, and just kind of take it out really quickly, press the record button, and we're good to go. It's very quick, agile, and allows me to kind of move fast. So another thing I really like about this camcorder is the fact that the card slot is a SD, but super small. The file sizes on this camera are amazing. They do not take up that much space. I could be recording for an entire day and I still have so much space on this card. And this is an 8 GB card. This SD card is super old, but holds so much footage inside of it. So I can run this the entire shoot and not even worry about my files. And lastly, this camera is pretty easy to use. Honestly, I've handed this off to PAs and just people on my set, and they can use it with ease. Record button is pretty much straightforward. It's a big red dot, and then holding it is also straightforward, and so is zooming. So it's pretty easy to use. So one of my cons is actually a pro in a way. It's the SD card and card slot. So because this is an older camera, it only takes certain SD cards. Now, I have to find older SDs to put in this because when I tried my SanDisk Extreme card, it didn't work at all. So it's weird in that way that I have to find something that works for this camera specifically because it was made before all these other SDs came out. So it's not really compatible. Maybe it's something I'm doing, maybe it's just the card I'm using, but as far as I know, I need old SD cards to make this run. Now the next con is also the battery life. Now as much as it runs pretty much all day for me and for as much as I need it, the battery is also an old Samsung battery. I can't really find these official batteries anymore, so I have to buy third party. Now, I only have the one right now, but I am looking on Amazon and there is an off-brand version, I think by DTSE or something. And that pretty much is the same style of battery, but I don't know if it's going to be fully compatible. So another issue is just compatibility with the battery. So let's talk about something real quick. Now, why has the music video trend come back around with camcorders? I'd say one person to thank for this or blame for this would be Drake. Now, in 2017, he released a song with 21 Savage, and that is entirely shot on camcorder. The entire video shot in this old school camcorder, but that entire music video looks dope because it's just shot on a camcorder with some simple zooms. Drake also recently filmed some stuff, I believe for his Scorpion album, or it was his Certified Lover Boy album, one of the two, where it was also just on camcorder. It was him in a private jet, just kind of chilling, random moments from his life that was filmed on tape. So it looks pretty cool, it has this retro vibe. But in general, I keep seeing this camcorder footage in between different shots of music videos. I can probably find and put on screen right now multiple music videos from the industry that people have used camcorder or retro VHS tape style footage. Now, would I recommend doing this for your own stuff? Absolutely. This is something that looks really unique, and in between different videos, if used right, can set you aside from other people just doing simply Sony footage, red footage. It really breaks up your video and adds a different element, different texture, different feeling to the overall video itself. So I'd say if you can, go on eBay, Kijiji, wherever you are, whatever you can find, get a retro camcorder. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please give a thumbs up, comment down below what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you can. It really helps me out as a creator so you can see all my uploads. Make sure to also follow me on Instagram, where you can keep up to date with pretty much everything I'm doing, as I'm more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube. So make sure you guys follow me there, and I will follow you back, most likely.